Tashdile, this is Sakina Bhatt and welcome to Tibet This Week, a weekly news on Tibet, His Holiness the Dalai Lama and Central Tibetan Administration. Let's look at the headlines. His Holiness the Dalai Lama holds dialogue with youth leaders. His Holiness the Dalai Lama congratulates Nobel Peace Prize winners. His Holiness the Dalai Lama remembers Havel on 25th anniversary of Forum 2000 conference. 17th Tibetan Parliament-in-Exile approves 3 women as Kalons of 16th Kashag. Sikyong holds special meeting of heads of Tibetan school systems. Tibetan Community in Belgium holds a successful Green Book Day. Representative Dr. Arya visits Japan Prime Minister's chamber and delivered Sikyong's message. Representative Ngodup Tsering attends the 110th National Day celebration of Taiwan in Washington, D.C. Shimla United Football Club lifts the 26th Gyalyum Chenmo Memorial Gold Cup. Cross-party group for Tibet re-established in Scottish Parliament. On Thursday this week, His Holiness the Dalai Lama held a 2-day dialogue with youth leaders from conflict-affected areas of the world. During the opening of the dialogue, His Holiness the Dalai Lama expressed his optimism for peace in the world and said, educating the young minds on the importance of practice of compassion is key to promote world peace, equality and transform conflicts.
You see, mentally do not want to harm other, even including animal. So that kind of mental attitude, very important. So now, the non-violence, not only according to religion, but use common sense, then non-violence is very important and very relevant to this world.
The dialogue titled Compassion, Education and Equality was organized by the U.S. Institute of Peace that was established by the U.S. Congress in the year 1984 to promote conflict resolution and prevention worldwide. Over the last 4 years, the institution has been bringing together youth leaders from conflict zones to seek advice and guidance from His Holiness the Dalai Lama. On Saturday last week, His Holiness the Dalai Lama also gave a teaching to the Taiwanese and Chinese disciples on Je Tsongkhapa in praise of dependent arising. His Holiness the Dalai Lama congratulated Maria Ressa and Dmitry Muratov on winning the Nobel Peace Prize 2021 on Friday last week.
The Norwegian Nobel Committee has decided to award the Nobel Peace Prize for 2021 to Maria Ressa and Dmitry Muratov for their efforts to safeguard freedom of expression, which is a precondition for democracy and lasting peace.
His Holiness expressed his happiness in knowing that the Nobel Peace Prize was awarded to the 2 journalists for their efforts to defend freedom of expression and freedom of the press in the Philippines and Russia. His Holiness the Dalai Lama remembered President Václav Havel on the 25th anniversary of Forum 2000 conference in Prague from 10 to 12th October.
Like past, many great teacher, but the teacher themselves, mostly passed away. But their teaching still continue. So similarly, the President Havel's, you see, the thinking about what's the well-being of whole world. Person no longer, but idea still very relevant. And therefore, the people who admire him myself, his creed was a very clear friend, trust friend. So we have the responsibility to carry continuously, you see, his loving kindness and commitment for universal responsibility.
The Forum 2000 was founded in 1996 as a joint initiative of the late Czech President Václav Havel, Japanese philanthropist Yohei Sasakawa, and Nobel Peace Prize laureate Elie Wiesel. The first session of the 17th Tibetan Parliament-in-Exile approved 3 women nominated by Sikyong Tsering as Kalons of the 16th Kashag. The 3 women, namely Kasur Dolma Geri, Chisur Tharlam Dolma and Norzin Dolma, were approved as Kalons following a majority vote based on 50% or more approval on the floor of the Tibetan Parliament on Monday this week. The 17th Tibetan Parliament-in-Exile convened its first session on Monday this week with the newly elected Speaker Khenpo Sonam Tempel and Deputy Speaker Dolma Tsering. Upon receiving an advisory from His Holiness the Dalai Lama on Wednesday last week, the elected parliamentarians decided to abide by the advice of His Holiness and took the oath as per the Tibetan Charter. The Parliament session pledged to firmly resolve the political issue of Tibet peacefully, resolve human rights and environmental crisis in Tibet, and oversee the welfare of Tibetans in exile. Khenpo Sonam Tempel and Dolma Tsering won the internal election for their respective posts, Speaker and Deputy Speaker, with 23 votes each from the 45 parliamentarians, and were sworn in on Saturday last week. At a special meeting with the heads of various Tibetan schools on Thursday last week, Sikyong Tsering said that the various Tibetan school systems need to coordinate and consolidate their diverse efforts to achieve the common objectives of transforming Tibetan children into responsible, socially aware citizens. Sikyong explained that although the Tibetan schools are functioning under different school systems, it serves the common purpose of providing quality education to Tibetan children. The day-long meeting with the heads of Tibetan school systems, including Tibetan Homes Foundation, Tibetan Children's Village, and Sambodha Tibetan School Society, discussed the recommendations of the various school heads on the merger of Tibetan schools, transfer of the CTSA schools to STSS, enrollment of Tibetan children in Tibetan schools, as well as proposals to provide teachers from TCV to support STSS, etc. Sikyong Tsering was invited as the guest of honor at a gala dinner on Tuesday this week to celebrate the 50th founding anniversary of Tibetan Youth Congress, one of the largest Tibetan non-governmental organizations based in exile. The chief guest of the reception was His Excellency Shri Rajendra Vishwanath Alekar, the Honorable Governor of Himachal Pradesh. The special guest was Shri Indresh Kumar, founder of Bharat Tibet Sahyog Manch. The Belgium Tibetan Community Association held a 2-day Green Book Day event at Antwerpen, the most Tibetan populated city of Belgium, on Saturday last week. The aim of having a Green Book Day is to make sure that every Tibetans living in Belgium have a Green Book and making CTA successful with collective efforts and responsibilities of every Tibetan. Office of Tibet Japan Representative Dr. Tsering Arya visited Japanese Prime Minister Kishida Fumio's chamber at the Parliament building and delivered Sikyong Tsering's congratulatory message on Monday this week. Sikyong has expressed his appreciation to Prime Minister Kishida's promise to appoint an aide to monitor human rights issues in Asia and thanked the Japanese government and people for hosting the largest parliamentarian support group for Tibet. Representative Ngodup attended the 110th National Day celebration of ROC Taiwan on Wednesday last week. The event, graced by congressional leaders, ambassadors and diplomats, presidents of NGOs and prominent people from Washington, D.C. and Taiwan. Representative met with Ambassador B. Kim Sao of Taiwan, who is a great friend and supporter of the Tibetan cause and champion of freedom and democracy, Nuri Turkel, Vice Chair, the U.S. Commissioner for International Religious Freedom, and Ambassador Derek Mitchell, the President of National Democratic Institute, among others. On Tuesday this week, Representative Ngodup Tsering spoke in length about the 4 principal commitments of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama to the graduate students of University of Rhodes Island. For the first time, Shimla United Football Club lifts the 26th Gyalyum Chenmo Memorial Gold Cup after knocking down TCB Bir United with a 3-2 scoreline. The final match was held on Tuesday this week at the Tibetan Nehru Memorial Foundation School Ground, Clementown, Dehradun. A 12-day-long tournament was played between the 10 different teams from Tibetan settlements in India and Nepal. A total of 27 matches were played in the 26th Gyalyum Chenmo Memorial Gold Cup. The winner of the tournament was awarded a cash prize of 1.5 lakh rupees, while the runner-up received 1 lakh rupees. Apart from the winner and the runner-up prize, the Best Disciplined Team prize was awarded to Pontai Puruwala United. The Best Goalie was awarded to the goalkeeper of Shimla United Football Club, while his teammate Rinchen Sangpo was awarded the Best Player of the tournament. Jang Lode of Bir United was awarded top scorer for netting 7 goals in the game. The cross-party group on Tibet in the Scottish Parliament was reformed on Friday last week after the Scottish parliamentary election of May 2021. The group held its first AGM and elected the new officers. The members were briefed on the plan of actions initiated by a network of Tibet support groups during the COP26 gathering in Glasgow. Tenzing Chuki from Tibet Watch and John Jones from Free Tibet updated the group on the key issues in Tibet and campaign plans. So much for this week. See you next time and have a good weekend.